Hello guys, good evening to you. How are you? As usual, I'm just after class and I have some energy left as usual. So I thought of sharing something out with you when it comes to a speaking test video, which is my favorite. And now today I thought of rather than just jump with the gun with the speaking session, just wanted to make sure some special guidelines usual tactics on how to basically tackle the examiner. Number one, don't be afraid. Basically, whenever they give you the topic, just politely accept that, jot down few points, always memorize the points and give the output back to back hardcore in front of the examiner without taking or wasting time. Number two, always try your level best to memorize the points and speak in front of the examiner. Do not look up and down and don't try to look at the small piece of paper that they have given you to jot down the points. Number three, pronunciation and accent to be clear enough to the examiner. So make sure that you speak loud with some pronunciation and accent. Embedded accent, don't go for artificial accent. So if you have an original natural accent, that's okay. Other than that, just get the flow done. Number four, advanced vocabulary usage is compulsory to go for big band scores like 7, 8, 9, because you need to convince the examiner for that particular band score. So advanced vocabulary is compulsory. Number five, do not do grammar mistakes. Try your level best to mitigate grammar mistakes. If something has gone somewhere wrong down the line, can't help, but make sure to mitigate it and get the flow done back to back hardcore. So if I were you, I'm going to start off with the alright, so those are the golden rules in passing IELTS speaking session for a 789. And you might have seen many students of mine got band 9 for speaking as well, you know why. So those were there, and those are the real techniques that used by them. And for me, in our today video, my target is to facilitate you with a speaking session. That is the topic that I'm going to give you today is about the most favorite letter or the most important letter which I ever received in my life. So if you got that particular letter, if I were you, I would have been started like this. Okay, I would have started like this. Thank you very much for giving. Okay, before that I'll tell you what are the points. If you get a letter, I know now people don't send letters, they send emails, but still you can't say that in front of the examiner. You have to be smart, you have to tackle them. You just have to jot down 3 points, and under that you have to mention what is it, who was the sender, what was the content, what did you feel when you're reading the letter, what did you feel after reading the letter, how did you, basically the way forward after the letter. So those are the significant features, and you have to get some background statement done, in the sense you have to basically link this letter into a story, and you have to basically drag it for like 2 minutes minimum, and because you have to speak till the examiner asking you to stop, you know that, right? So how to start like this. Let me tell you how to start like this, okay? Follow the procedure, get the flow done. Thank you very much for giving me this immense opportunity to speak about my most favorite letter which I ever received in my life. That this was happened back in 2016, because I just completed my BSc accounting degree offered by Robert Gordon University, the final assignment, and I was waiting till the original official transcript and the graduation confirmation. So as a surprise, they didn't send us to that via email, and the campus itself has notified that they will be sending as a registered post, under the registered post. So I was very much curious, and I was counting days till I'm receiving this particular letter from abroad via Royal Mail, because it was from UK. And that day I still can remember, I was planning to go out for something, and the postman came and rang the bell. My maid suddenly ran, and she accepted the letter by pasting the signature. So when I've seen that she's signing a document, I was a bit curious, because I just came closer to my car. I was asking from her, from where did you get that letter? She told me, sir, it was she cannot read English, so she said it was a letter written in English. So I was a bit curious, I was so excited. I quickly ran closer to her. I took the letter and I was looking, it was Royal Mail, and the sender was this particular university. and I really got to know that I had a some sort of a vibrant, some sort of a like sudden shock in my soul, because I got to know that this is the letter which I was waiting so far, very eagerly, very badly. And I just opened the letter very fast, and I read it top to bottom within seconds. I still can remember when I was reading, I used to sweat. I was sweating that time, and I was shivering because the pass mark and the graduation confirmation, everything relies on this final transcript. Luckily, for the hard work, the sweats, the tears, and the sleepless nights, endless depressions I was able to pass the exam very well. And I suddenly screamed and I shouted. My parents came, father and mother, and I showed them the letter with the transcript. I hugged them, they hugged me. Happy tears came from their eyes as well as from my eyes. I felt like I won the entire world. To be honest, I ran to Lord Buddha's statue and have worshipped at that time in front of everyone with the letter. Because I always, being a real Buddhist, I always believe in the blessings of Lord Buddha and the past karma. So I couldn't believe myself still, and I was shivering, and I was like speechless for like 2 to 3 minutes after that. And I sat down, I read the letter again top to bottom, and I felt like I won the entire world, because I have gone through the exams with the distinctions in all grades, in the sense A, pass mark, and they offered me the BSc Accounting Special Degree, and after that they have given the graduation information, ceremony information. It was at BMICH at that time. I can't remember the exact date and time right now, and I was like endlessly happy. I was overwhelmingly happy, and I couldn't share my happiness with others, and as a result, I thought of planning the next step in my life with my parents after that. So my father was asking, what is your next step? I said, I will be having a promotion in my workmanship, my organization. I will be sending this to CEO. Suddenly I took a photos and I have WhatsApp to him. He has also in the return, within seconds he used to congratulate on my achievements. I have posted in that group chat of the company as well. And that's me. And because I want to celebrate the hard work that I had and the achievements I had made. So as a result, it was another important, significant milestone in my life. And that time, after that particular letter, I was basically planning with my parents how to attend this particular graduation ceremony and how to celebrate this moment. And that day I can remember I have taken them for a dinner, and for one of the most reputed hotels in Sri Lanka for dinner buffet, and we had a great time. There was a dancing floor. We danced. I danced rather. We had delicious cuisines, authentic Sri Lankan Chinese cuisines, and I gave them happiness to their lives, and I also shared that happiness. Due to some merits that I had done in my last birth, I was able to come through those examinations with hard work. As a result, that was the most overwhelmingly happy letter and the most unforgettable letter which I ever received in my life, which has changed my life in a drastic way. Thank you very much. That is me, guys. Alright, I didn't look at anything as usual. Just a sudden story came into my mind within seconds, because to be honest, there was a letter came like that, and it's there laminated. I have put it in my file which I used to keep my certificates. So that's about it. All right, so even though the letters are not there anymore, I want to make sure that you come up with a letter just to pass the exam with flying colors, and to make sure that you feel comfortable in front of the examiner. All right, so use advanced vocabularies, get the flow done, get the pronunciation done. Nothing cannot change you, and try your level best to practice always. Listen those English radio stations if you don't know words. When I'm driving, I still used to listen those English radio stations, those DJs, those interview panels. those whatever advertisements popping up, I'm checking whether the grammar is correct on those, you know, because when I'm thinking like that, automatically my fluency, my vocabulary ranges will go up, those will spike. So you and listen, watch Netflix films, watch English YouTube channels, improve your proficiency, because in IELTS essays you need advanced vocabulary, listening you need to know vocabulary, reading anyway you need to know vocabulary, speaking also you need to have vocabulary in your soul, in your brain, otherwise the output won't come. Did you understand? For that, if it's since it's not naturally occurring, you have to put some effort and you have to stay with English, live with English, then the vocabularies will come and then you can go for an extraordinary advanced course. So that's the best possible advice that I can ever give you. Till I'm meeting you from another video. Hope you learned something to tackle this topic also in front of the examiner. And remember, this is not just to pass your IELTS, this is for your future, because you guys going for English speaking countries, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, whatsoever. In that case, at least to get a job at McDonald's, you have to speak properly in front of the supervisor. They will ask you to introduce about yourself. That is the same thing end of the day you're going to do in front of the IELTS examiner, task number 1. Alright, and whenever you're coping up with foreigners, how many drinks you want? Are you going? Is this a takeaway order or dining order? Do you need a sugar-free Coke or whatsoever? You tell me. Restaurant conversations. Alright, so you need English for everything. So make sure that you improve your levels, because I feel sorry about some students who are coming to me to do UK VI General IELTS for job visa. They don't need big bands, because they just need 4.5, 5.5, and they are very, very, very extremely poor in English. I had to put double, triple effort for them to make sure that they are coping up with these syllabuses, not like this academic 6.5 students who are coming to me, because those UK VI people they are going for this, you know, elderly care, those courses and all, chefs and all. I'm not downgrading them, in the sense they are like about, you know, 35, 40, 45 years old, 50 people also coming. So I need to sit with them, I need to go everything one by one, because for the last 40, 50 years they haven't done anything in English. So it's very, very extremely hard. To be honest, I don't accept those cases now, because I don't have time, because I need to serve everyone one by one, table to table, chair to chair. So I don't have time to stay with them and spend the entire 2 hours. So I'm limiting them very much. On and off I take one and try, because I need to do my 200% now. So I need to have a quality time with them and I need to improve that particular level. So what I'm saying is, guys, they are finding it extremely difficult because they don't use English in the day-to-day norms. They are from government hospitals, they are doctors, and they are car sale owners, someone like that. So still stewards, bartenders and all. So they are still extremely finding it difficult because of lacking level of usage of English, which is acceptable because our mother tongue is Sinhala, I know, being Sri Lankans, but still you have to make sure, since your targets are high, you have to always stay with English, live with English. Please use to chat with others from English, do not chat from Sinhala, that is the basic. Alright, okay, so those are the best advices I can give you as always, for you to come from good to great position one fine day. All the very best, good luck, work hard, improve your levels. See you then, good night.